Okay, so finally, on video 8, we have managed to get to Google Places to actually do the listing. I have already sort of pre-filled some of my listing, but I'll take out some of it and add some other ones, add some new information there, and you just need to follow along and do exactly what I'm doing, okay? And probably better that I do this in sections. As you can see here, that Google Places has got some sections here for basic information, service areas, location, settings, hours of operations and things like that. So we'll go through it one by one, and we'll create some smaller videos, and we'll get down to this part here, the additional details, which is where most of the magic happens as far as optimizing Google Places. Between that and doing the videos and adding the pictures, I removed the images that I had. I've only got one video here so far, so we'll go through it one by one, and we will add these things, and hopefully by the end of this, this will be highly optimized and get onto page 1 for the keywords that I'm looking for and that you're looking for as well. And we can kick on from there, because it doesn't just end here. We have to do a little bit off-page stuff. We have to do some other local directory listings. I recommend that you get some of it outsourced, and I'll give you some resources for outsourcing that low cost as well. Okay, so the first part is the basic information. You put in your country, put in your company name exactly as it is. Now, this is why I added London, specifically to local buzz marketing. I added London specifically so that I could use it for Google Places, and that I could rank quite well in the search engines for London for SEO training company and keywords like that. Just by having London in the company name has allowed me to do that. Now, if you try to add a geo identifier there and it's not within your domain name, or if it's not in your URL, like you can see here, I've got London in my URL as well, then Google might not count it. So if you don't have it, just follow along and do whatever I'm doing, and we'll correct some mistakes that I've got in my listing as well, because I did this in a hurry at the time, and we're going to correct some things, and you just need to do exactly what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to fill in the basic details. I've got name of the company, I've got the address exactly as I wrote it on my website, I've got the postcode, I changed the telephone number, so I'm going to correct that right now. Email address, use the best one that you would use on a daily basis, because if you do get inquiries, you want to be able to take those inquiries and respond to them as quickly as possible. Add your website URL. If you have not got a website URL and you have done a quipe.co.uk listing, I want you to put the URL for Quipe in there. Okay, if you do not have a website, put the Quipe listing URL in there, and that would be significant actually. But we don't want to do that. And if you have got a website, put in your website address, because later you will see why. If not, put in Quipe for now. Okay, in your description, I want you to put in your main keyword first that you want to rank for, and we're limited here by some restrictions on the amount of characters that we can use. Let me just take this back. So SEO training company London, I'm going to put optimized web design. If you're in America, then you probably spell optimized with a Z. Social media agency. Okay, I've got now 128 characters left, so I want to use this for some of my keywords. SEO training courses. You want to put your 5 keywords that you found as well. Okay, so I'm going to put in hopefully 5 keywords here if I can fit them in. Free SEO video training. SEO classes London. Now let me just check what my main keywords were. So I've gone back and I checked the names of the images. That's where I got my keywords from. And you know, if you've already done the work of the keyword research, you want to just keep it as consistent as possible, okay? Because these keywords will appear in the images and they will appear in the videos as well, okay? When it comes to the categories, you need to take the first category as Google will describe it for you. You can see what I mean in a second. If I start typing in this internet, you can see that Google gives me some suggestions here, okay? We want to take the first one from Google according to its suggestions, and then the next ones we can create our own. But I'm going to delete all these and I'm going to do it according to my keywords from the images and from above that I have here. You see, it's pretty easy to do. It's not difficult. SEO training company. Okay, just copy and paste this. SEO training courses. There we go. SEO classes. And I'm going to take SEO training services. Okay, there we go. That is my 5. And the first one I took from Google, whatever suggested, and next I took myself. Okay, and this is from my keyword research. Right, now we come down to the service areas and location settings. You can click here, all your customers come to your business location if it's relevant, and if you serve businesses at their locations, click yes, and I do. So I'd never usually go over 15-20 miles from here, but you can also do this way, the area served, and you can put things like, oh, for me I could do something like Greater London, but this will probably show something like middle of London, like Westminster or something. What do you know? I had no idea. That was a guess. Interesting. Okay, let's see how else I can do this. Maybe I can add by county. Does it allow me to? Absolutely. Brilliant. Sorry. Sussex. Where else is near here? Middlesex. That will do me for now. So you got the area served. You know what? I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to take this to 35 miles. That gives me, yeah, you can see the 35-mile radius I've got here. That's just about right. Covers Croydon, covers St Albans. Perfect. I wouldn't go beyond that. Put in your opening hours, and if you've got different sets of hours, maybe a restaurant or something you want to add in here, maybe if you're doing split shifts or whatever. For your payment options, fill that in. I take cash, I take invoice, I can take check, and I can take PayPal. And then we're coming down to the images. Now I have my image file open here, and this is from quiet.co.uk. Now let's see what we can do. Add a photo. Interesting. Maybe too large. I don't think so. Really don't think so. Let's just try another one. If not, I have a plan B. Yeah, it's not allowing it. Okay, I'm going to pause this right now. What I suggest you do if you get the same thing happening is to put some images on Flickr. And if you put images on Flickr, it's got a high page rank. So a site with a high page rank, it's going to give you backlinks with high page rank, going back, giving you backlinks to your Google Places page. Okay, I'm going to try one more because I just don't want to let that go. It was such a good idea, and there's so many reasons why it should work. Let me try one more. Yeah, you see what happened there? Look, the ones that says assets 3.quipe. So if I can get more of those, even if I can just get a few of them, I'd be happy with that, because it's some relevancy that I really want. Yeah, I got two. Perfect. Let's get another. I've got another two there I can get, and I know we'll go back probably to Quipe and try to fix that. Yep. In fact, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these four, and then I'm going to take the rest from Flickr. Let's add a photo. Perfect. Even though it's got two photos the same, I don't really care about that. And then I can add some video. So I'm going to pause my video right now, and I'm going to add some images to Flickr and come back. Okay, just before I go on, I've just gone over to Flickr, and I actually signed in using my Facebook account. It asked me for a name, and I put my main keyword in here, SEO Training Company London. You should do something very, very similar. So I've got so far 4 images from quipe.co.uk, and I'm going to take the rest from Flickr now. I'm going to pause this again and upload the rest of my images. Okay, now I've got my 10 images loaded here. It's asking me to add a description, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to use exactly the same keywords as what we had from before. It's got the title. Let's take the description. In fact, let's go over to what we have here. From YouTube, I still have my YouTube page open. I'm going to take the description with the citations and with the URL as a first line, and I'm going to do the same as what I do for when we do video marketing. Put that in all of those. Oops, I think I just did that twice. Excuse me a second. Let me pause this. Okay, so what I've done, I've taken my citations. I took it straight from the same way as I did for YouTube. I've added the citations here. It's got my URL first line. It's got Local Buzz Marketing London, my company name. It's got my address. It's got email address, and then I put the name, the title of the image again at the bottom, and I've done that for all 10 images. And now I'm going to come down and I'm going to save it. Okay, that's done now, and I tried the first one here just to make sure it worked, and yeah, sure enough it did work. So I can come back over to Flickr, right click on the image, copy image location, back over to Google Places, add a photo, put that image location in there, add a photo, and there we go. I'm going to carry on doing this until I finish. Okay, so now I have all 10 images, and they're all coming from either Flickr, which is a high page rank site. I've got 6 images from there, and I've got 4 images coming from quipe.co.uk, and that might actually work out better. And this is the kind of thing that happens when you're in the trenches, so to speak, and unless you're in the trenches you won't realize these kind of things. And I'm going to do the same with the videos. Now I'm running out of time for this video, so I'm going to pause this, add my 5 videos with the 5 different keywords, and I will come back again. Okay, I actually had to go back and do it all again there. Probably a good idea if you, once you finish one section, just come down to the bottom here and submit, and then go back and do the next section and edit, because I had to go through it all again. And now I've got my 10 videos, I've got my 10 images, and I've got my 5 categories with the keywords that I wanted. SEO training company, courses, classes, services. The main keyword that I really want to go after is SEO training, and that's a major keyword, and I want to get in the top 10 worldwide for that. So you know, I kept it consistent here for that purpose. So now I've got that, I'm going to pause this. We've gone to the next video actually, because I'm coming up to 15 minutes. YouTube allows me only 15 minutes. So I'll see you in the next video.